Rottweiler Vlogs, episode 137. Mizzo with Mack out here in Fredrick, Maryland, back with some more dope content. I know I've been MIA for a couple weeks. I've been keeping busy with my dog kennels and etc. But this episode is dope because it's a part 1 of a part 3 series. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up and stay tuned for the next 2 episodes.
I'm Tiffany Briggs and I live in Fredrick, Maryland. Been here for 12 years now. I'm happy to have Mike out. I appreciate you coming out and filming us. So, hi everybody. The first time I fell in love with the breed was back when I was younger. I was about 14. My brother got our first Rottweiler, Patience, and then we got our second Rottweiler, Amaro. And my mom passed away, and we had to rehome them, unfortunately. And then maybe like 5 years ago, I went to my friend's house, and she had a litter on the ground, and that was it. Like, I knew I had to get another Rottie. Like, I fell in love, back in love.
All those feelings came back.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Talk to me a little bit about Patience. Like, what was it the first time that you saw her? Like, what feeling did it give you when you first saw her?
Patience was my brother's dog, but we all took care of her. It was crazy because Patience was, we used to call her a mini Rottweiler. She wasn't a big Rottie.
Mm-hmm.
She was short and stocky.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Amaro, and Amaro was huge. And
so you was 14 years old, walking down the street, walking Patience. Like, what type of reactions did you get from people in the neighborhood?
Everybody loved her. She was friendly. Everybody
so she had a
loved
good temperament and all that good stuff?
Yeah, she had a very good temperament. She was super friendly, outgoing, playful. Everybody loved her. Like, they ended up being more so my dogs than my brothers.
So you spoiled them?
Yeah, I took over the
Okay,
dogs.
there we go. So you were spoiling the dogs.
Yeah, they were my babies. Maro, this fool, he wasn't the friendliest Rottweiler at all. My brother didn't socialize him too well, so he had to be kept inside most of the time because I couldn't control him. He wasn't friendly, so I didn't even try to take him out on walks or anything. But I'll never forget Amaro. Amaro was just, with family, he was very, very lovable. Loved family, very protective over us, too protective over us. No one could come near us with Amaro. So my passion for dogs developed. I was about maybe like 7 or 8, and I was walking one day, and this lady was out in her front yard with this big German Shepherd named Mariah, and I asked her if I could pet Mariah, and she said yeah. She took me in. She had a whole zoo inside her house.
Like, what kind of animals she had?
She had, like 10 different dogs. She had German Shepherds, she had a Chihuahua, she had beagles, she had chickens, cats,
wow,
birds, rabbits. So I fell in love with her dogs, and we became real close. I was over there every day helping her take care of the animals. She got me into breeding. I used to breed rabbits. She got me into, breeding rabbits, and I used to take care of all her dogs. Actually, she was breeding her German Shepherds and her beagle. So I actually got hands-on with the breeding when I was younger. Like, I got to see the dogs having the babies and helping her deliver the babies and stuff.
Wow.
It was pretty cool. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Nice. You got that experience early.
Yeah, they call me Mini Joanne.
That was her name, Miss Joanne?
Yeah, her name was Joanne. They call me Mini Joanne.
Shout out to Miss Joanne.
Because now I'm the one that I took on all the animals. Now I got all the animals. The birds. I used to have birds. I just moved here, so I got rid of my bird, but I used to have so many animals in my apartment. I'm sure y'all saw on Facebook all my animals I have. My first Rottweiler was Mila. I was super excited to get her. I didn't know the breeder at the time. I was trying to go out and meet different breeders and go to different kennels. I met Aaron, who owns Mila's father, Cooper. And then I met Hall, and I started joining the groups, and I let everybody know I was looking for a Rottweiler, my first Rottie. Hall had posted a picture of her, and I was like, that's the one. Like, I saw her, I fell in love with her. It was love at first sight, and I was like, I gotta have her. So I contacted Hall, and I went to North Carolina to get my baby.
Oh, how long ago was that when you started like joining the Rottweiler groups and stuff on Facebook? Because it seems like you've been around forever.
It's been about three or 4 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been about 3 years, I would say.
Okay. So when you saw Mila, like what was it about her photo that like just gravitated you towards her? What was it about her?
She was just the head on her. She had the head. She looked real big and muscular. Like she had that thickness to her that I knew what I was looking for.
I was about to just say there was something specific that you was looking for in a Rottweiler.
Yeah, I wanted the big boned. She had that big head and her paws were massive. So I was like, I want her. I was still learning pedigrees at the time. I knew what I was looking for. It was more I didn't want no skinny looking Rottweiler. I saw her and I just knew I was like, that's the one. Because I saw a lot of Rottweilers, and I was like, I was trying to take my time with it. I wasn't in a rush to get her, and it worked out good. Like I saw her and I was like, yeah, that's my baby right there. So.
How long was you on your search?
Maybe about 6 months. I was looking. I wasn't in a rush. I went out to Aaron's kennel and saw some of his dogs. And then that's when I first started looking. I met Aaron and we talked, and I let him know I was looking for a Rottweiler, and he invited me out to see his kennel. And then I went out. I met Hall, and he was the second kennel I met. So and I'm still to this day trying to meet different breeders and go visit their kennels and stuff.
Nice. So when you went to go pick up Mila, what was that experience like?
It was fun. I took my girls with me. I took my homegirls with me, and we took a road trip, and we got there. It was about maybe like a 5-hour drive. Not bad at all. We went super early in the morning, got there around I think noon or 1. I went inside, talked to Hall, met his wife, met Hall, and it was a really good experience. Hall was very nice, he told me a lot of information, explained everything to me, showed me all the dogs. It was nice. Hall was awesome. He really, I'm blessed that I met him. Like, he's very supportive. He's helped me with a lot, even to this day. He's very, very supportive. And I'm blessed that I met him and his wife. They're awesome people. My first night with Mila, she was actually petrified of the crate. So I had to slowly introduce it to her. Like, I didn't want her thinking it was a punishment or anything bad. She would shake, and I put her in there for about 5 minutes. I only got her out when she was quiet. Like, I would put her in, and once she was quiet, then I would let her out the crate. But she did good. She was spoiled. So she turned out to be a good dog. I wanted a dog from Serbia. I have been talking to a lot of people. I met Josh, and Josh introduced me to a kennel in Serbia, and I saw Freya's parents. He made a flyer, and I was like, I want a puppy from that litter. It was the F litter. So I contacted Adir, and yeah, I ended up getting Freya.
You had first pick?
No, I had second pick.
Yeah, second pick female.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the importing process like for you? Because this is your second Rottweiler. Did you do like a door-to-door? Was she shipped? Did you have to use a broker? Like, what was that process like?
I was really nervous importing her because it was my first import. I didn't know how it was gonna go. It was a little irritating in the towards the end. It was a little irritating because things kept changing, the dates and the times, but I got through it. I ended up getting a broker, and it ended up being, she made it so smooth, really, really smooth. So it's an easy process at the end, picking her up. Went in there to the airport, and But I imported her and her brother. One of my other friends got her brother, and we imported them together. So I went to go pick them up together, and I'm sure y'all can imagine.
Please give us the other side of the potential risk that you run of importing a dog if the communication isn't how it's supposed to be on the breeder side.
So, I mean, once I got her, importing her here was easy, but he never told me that she had a underbite really bad and that she had a splayed foot, which is fine. The splayed foot is fine, like, but it was the underbite that I was worried about because, I mean, that's something you should tell your clients ahead of time because, I mean, there's nothing I can do now. Like, she's already here, so. I contacted him, let him know, hoping that he would work something out. We could work something out. I wasn't even asking for half my money back. Instead, you know, I don't even really want to go into it, but it didn't happen like that.
It didn't end how you wanted it to end.
No.
What advice would you give people who in the future want to import or might be going through the import process right now?
I definitely would tell you guys, definitely do your research on the breeder. Even if they're a top kennel, it doesn't matter. Like, he's known around the world. A lot of people know him. And he blocked me. He ended up blocking me. Instead of making it right with me, he ended up blocking me, which I would never, ever treat any of my clients like that. You don't do that to your customers at all. Definitely do your research on the breeder. Ask questions. Ask in the groups. Definitely just take your time. Do not rush into buying a dog. That's where I messed up. I didn't do my research, y'all. I definitely rushed into it, and just take your time. So with my clients, I have a health guarantee, a 1-year health guarantee. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm always going to be there for my puppies. I will always back my puppies up. Like, I will never disappear. And I always make sure my clients, if they have any questions, it's lifetime breeder support. They can contact me anytime they want to. I even reach out to them all the time to make sure, see how their dogs are doing, the puppies are doing. I get updated pictures from them all the time. We have good communication. I always make sure that they're good. They're healthy. If they have any type of questions, I'm always there for them. I'm happy with the puppies that they got. I'm happy with the homes they got. They got amazing homes. I couldn't ask for better homes for the puppies. I'm super excited. And all the clients keep me updated, like once a week. They're really good with keeping me updated. I love it.
You have all these females, and you finally got a male. And he's an amazing, beautiful male, dark markings, which is something that I love.
AKA Batman.
Yes. Talk to me about Cash, and what made you want to acquire him, and what was it about him that you loved?
It's funny because a lot of people are like, why don't you get a male? Why don't you get a male? I'm like, nah, I don't want a male. Like, I really didn't want a male. I heard like that they mark a lot, and I actually babysat my friend's male for like 4 or 5 months, and he was just too clingy for me. And I was like, my females are so independent. I was like, I don't like this clinginess. Like, and I talked to a breeder, and a lot of breeders were saying like the males are more clingy, like they're big babies. But I don't know, man. I saw Cash's picture and I fell in love with him. I was like, he's just so beautiful. He was so beautiful. Melissa posted him, and I was like, I have to have him. So I contacted Melissa, and we made arrangements for me to get him, and I was super excited. When I saw him, he was huge. Like, his paws were huge. His paws are so big. He trips over his paws all the time. But he's such a good boy. He's such a loving, such a goofy boy. I love his markings, his dark coloring, just so sweet.
Indeed.
Where my females they're just independent. Cash just wants to be up my butt 24/7. Like, he loves to be right next to me, and I love it. I do love it. He's spoiled. I've seen your videos, and I've seen all your videos and footage, and you do an amazing job. Like, I just want to get my name out there. I want everyone to know who I am, and I love the breed. It's my passion. I love what I do. It makes me happy. I love, my dog, so I want people to get to know me. If you ever need to contact me, you can find me on Facebook. You can email me, tiffanybriggs21@gmail.com. Contact me through email, or you can contact me through Messenger on Facebook. But yeah, I met some cool people along the way in the groups that I'm actually became very close with. Sean and Anna, and they wanted to do a blog too, so I was like, let's make this happen. So here I am.
Nice. Mizzo and Mack is in Fredrick, Maryland right now, so the rest is history. Well, I appreciate you being here.
I appreciate you coming out.
Like I said, 137 is your episode, and we'll see this on YouTube.
Thank you.
Thank you.